Okay, let's get back into it. Maybe. There we go.
Did you ever try to lift something and find out that it was too heavy? A pulley is a simple machine made up of a wheel with a rope or cable around the wheel. A pulley can be used to lift heavy objects or to change the direction of a force or both. Click the images to find out more about pulleys. There are many different kinds of pulleys, but all of them have a wheel and some kind of cord, belt, or cable. This example shows how pulleys are used to lift window blinds. A pulley can make work easier to do. When the pulley is attached to the object you're trying to move, it's called a movable pulley and makes lifting or pulling heavy objects like these bricks easier. A fixed pulley can change the direction of a force. Pulling down on the rope makes the bucket come up. Pulleys are widely used in construction where heavy loads must be lifted. How would you describe the types of simple machines? Drag the name of each simple machine to its description.
Okay, so a rope around a wheel. That sounds to me like what we were just talking about, a pulley, right? It has a rope or a cord wrapped around a wheel to help you do the work. Let's see, a bar that pivots on a fixed point. Do you remember? It's a lever. Okay, the fixed point is called the fulcrum. All right, and the wheel attached to a rod is a wheel and axle, like a steering wheel.
Great job! You recognize that a pulley is made up of a wheel with a rope or cable around the wheel. A lever is a bar that pivots on a fulcrum, and a wheel and axle is a wheel attached to a rod or axle. Which of these items are wheel and axles? Which are levers? And which are pulleys? Drag each item into the correct box.
All right, let's see how smart we are. Are you ready? I think a doorknob is going to be a wheel and axle. I think that has the doorknob is attached to a rod inside the door. Okay, we learned that the wheelbarrow acts like a lever. Let's see. Oh, he is using this paint opener as a lever. He's got it resting on the edge of the paint can as he pushes it down to lift up the paint lid. It's hard to see it without looking at the motion, but that is what is happening. Okay, we learned that a steering wheel is a wheel and axle. There's a pulley. Can you see the rope wrapped around it? Okay. This girl is also using a pulley. It's hard to see, but right up here is where the wheel is, and she's pulling one rope to pull something up. Okay, this right here is also acting as a lever, I believe, because it looks a lot like what we were learning about with the, I lost it, what I was saying. With the tongs. Remember how the tongs had a part that didn't move and then you squeezed one end and the other end did the work? Okay, and then right here, do we think this is a pulley or a wheel and axle? I think this turns as the wheel, and I think there's a rod inside here that turns this stuff to sharpen the pencil.
Great job!
Thank you.
The doorknob, pencil sharpener crank, and steering wheel are wheel and axles. The device for lifting a basket to a treehouse and the hook on a construction crane both use pulleys. And the brake lever, paint can opener, and wheelbarrow are all levers. Which of these are ways to make work easier? Click the correct answer.
Okay, which can be used to make work easier? Using simple machines.
Great job!
That's it. That's the whole point of
You
simple
know
machines.
that using simple machines makes work easier to do. With simple machines, you can do work with less force, or you can change the direction of a force or the distance over which it moves an object. You've learned a lot about work, simple machines, and types of simple machines, including the lever, pulley, and wheel and axle. Let's review the main ideas from the lesson. Work is done when a force is applied on an object and the object moves in the same direction as the force. A simple machine is a device that helps make our work easier. Simple machines can be found everywhere. A lever is a solid bar that pivots on a fulcrum to lift or move a load. There are different kinds of levers. A pulley is a simple machine made up of a wheel with a rope or cable around it. A pulley can be used to lift heavy objects more easily or to change the direction of a force, or both. A wheel and axle is a wheel with an attached axle. The wheel and the axle turn together because they're permanently attached to each other. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
So that's all we're going to do for science today. Tomorrow, you're going to watch a different video that explains simple machines in a pretty interesting way. I think you're going to enjoy it and learn a lot more about it. And then on Thursday, we're going to do our lesson in the book. Okay. And then Friday, you're going to get to show me what you know on a notebook entry for your science notebook. All right. Thank you. Thank you.